I'm Dr. Scout with LGBT HealthLink. Each week, in conjunction with the National LGBT Cancer Network, we bring you 3 minutes or less of the top LGBT wellness stories this week. So this is this week's Roundup. Let's get to it. For our first study, not so minty fresh, menthol flavoring, which can mask the harshness of cigarettes and has come under criticism for not being banned by the FDA like all other flavorings, is preferred by about 1/3 of smokers, but is disproportionately used by some disparity populations, particularly African Americans and Latinos. Now, in a first-ever study, we find that LGBT people can be added to that mix too. We prefer menthol cigarettes and smoke them about a quarter more than others, while LGBT female smokers smoke them at rates that are 45% higher than others. Second story, what did you just ask me? The Williams Institute has, after a lot of work by myself and many other people around the country, has released a report on best practices for adding questions to identify transgender and other gender minority respondents on population-based surveys. This report fills a critical gap so advocates will have best questions to recommend for not just LGBT, but also T surveillance in health surveys. Kind of a surprising story this week, Kaiser Family Foundation just came out with a new report showing that over half of gay and bisexual men have never been advised to take an HIV test by their doctors. One of the main reasons this could be is because 47% of the men are not coming out to their doctors. So it shows us again, we've got to come out to our medical providers. It'll help us stay healthy. Third story, just a little prick. The HPV vaccine used to prevent HPV-related cancers is not being utilized as much as public health professionals would like. LGBT health advocates in the UK are hoping to get the recommendations changed to include young gay and bisexual men in order to reduce rates of cancer in that population. Next up, hope you didn't miss the fact that this week included Bisexual Visibility Day, where they were seeking to increase knowledge and reduce stigma against bisexuals who, as we know, suffer high rates of violence and discrimination from both inside and outside our communities. Huffington Post has reported it does a great job at looking at how bisexual research has perpetuated the stigma, and Charles Blow also writes a compelling piece in the New York Times about the subject. Catch them both on our Huffington Post links online. And could there be free PrEP? If all goes as one local politician hopes, San Francisco may become the first U.S. city to offer free PrEP for its residents. In a city with high HIV transmission rates, this program seeks to remove the barrier of the high cost of PrEP, which may prevent many from accessing the medication. Rounding out our last story this week, oh daddy, there's a new article which reviews studies of gay men's parenting issues, including surrogacy, adoption, and a host of other topics. They highlight both the discrimination faced by gay fathers, as well as positive relationships of gay fathers and their adopted children. That's it. That's your news for this week in 3 minutes or less. Be sure and catch the links to all these stories on Huffington Post's Gay Voices Wellness section. Stay well, and we will see you next week.